Let's explain some new things that's coming. Boris will become Explosive Master, with minus 10% explosive recharge. Will be easier to kill and slow at moving around based on talents installed. But he will have opportunity to use explosives more frequently with the help of multiple new explosive expert talents. The more explosive expert talents installed, the more likelihood of Boris missing out on movement speed and health talents. If Boris kills someone with C4, then his C4 as well as health will recharge 50%. A talent might make Boris to become invisible, but delays the C4 activation time. Lastly, Boris might not die from explosives but rather just bleed out. Correct me if I read that wrong. Klaus will have less mobility when there aren't any enemies nearby, and he'll also have talents removed that help his speed. Klaus's cosmetic gas mask will help him fend off 60% damage from gas, wounds, and burn. So fire and flamethrowers will be fun to go up against with Klaus. When using shield with him, he will have plus 20% running speed. He will have Sharon-like melee killing ability. He can one-swipe melee kill someone regardless of the opponent's operator health. Keep in mind all these operators will have their own unique talents, and they will be completely different from one operator to another. So I'm sure Klaus will have his own talents, which will have options between negative fire, gas, or burn damage. I think it might suck that Klaus won't have movement speed talents, because this could make him slow in normal mobility. Kinda reminds me of Hawk's movement speed and how awful his movement has been. But again, flaws are good things, so let's wait and see how it'll work out in game when it wins out. Syndrome is going to be a fun one, and in my opinion, when Syndrome makes a kill, he's gonna add 10% additional health to his already existing health, each time he makes a kill. This ability max at 40%, which means 4 kills. So if Syndrome makes 4 kills without dying, then his max health could increase above 10,000. That to me is insane, and I love the idea of it being so unique. I ended up upgrading Syndrome long before this, so hopefully it pays off when the update drops. Some other changes to Syndrome are his negative damage from bullets and melee, that went from negative 30 to negative 25%. He would also have talents to focus on a lot of health, but those talents would be an option between health or some other abilities that he might need, which will be a dilemma for you guys to pick. His health also will go up automatically regardless of being in a combat, but it will go up very slowly. This will be very interesting to see how it'll work out. Syndrome seems to have immunity from taser or any other thing that will slow him down or stun him whenever it's a close combat. Which in that situation, I would assume it'll always be a close combat to be tasered. Let me know if I'm understanding that wrong. Whenever he is burned, gassed, or stunned, he miraculously gets 10% health added. He also has a defense that he cannot lose more than 40% of his health from a single shot or explosions. So he feels like Moses and can take more damage, especially from explosions that he steps on. One of my favorite nerf is finally here. Big shout out to Panzerdog for this one. Miro is no longer immune to flash grenade, and on top of that, he has less ability to spam flash grenade. His immunity to flash is minus 30% duration of blindness. His talents will also be replaced with Grenade Expert that gives them minus 10% grenade recharge time. This talent will have less effectiveness with flash, but on the other hand, he'll have the ability to frequently throw the other grenade. Moses has always been a monster, and it's been extremely difficult to take him down over the years, especially in control maps. Until now, I suppose. Moses' talents will be changed and his second breath will no longer last as long as it is now. So his second breath zombie mode goes from 5 seconds to 4 seconds. Seems like his talents might be enhanced from 35 to 65% in his second breathe, giving you more abilities, but in 4 seconds rather than 5. His health will decrease much faster in his second breath, even when injected. The bullet damage will be changed with explosive recharge. This will make him more C4 friendly. Lastly, Chen Li has been reworked. Seems that are limited options when going up against Chen Li. So because of that, Chen Li would also have her talents reworked to her unique abilities. Her defensive shield will become an ability of her talent, which will make her perks a little more challenging. Her shield strength will go from 30% to 20%. With help of other talents, her strength will go from 20% to 75%. Which means that she will have more opportunities to pick health talents. Her radius blast would also go from 12 to 8, which will have less radius. On the other hand, she will also have talents that would help increase her radius from 15% to 75%. So it seems that most operators will end up having talents related to their unique abilities rather than just copy and paste talents from one operator to another. It'll be fun to see the changes and differences. The update is heading in the right direction, and some of them we will have to play and see how it works out. Additionally, the update will introduce unique voiceovers for Boris, Klaus, and Syndrome, distinguishing them from the rookie. Also, there will be an immunity for players respawning in their base. They can't be killed for a few seconds after respawn. Which I love the idea for less base kill spamming. But yes, the developers are doing the right things here and seems to be heading in the right direction. Especially with this new sentry turret, as I asked all of your opinions on it, and it seemed that a lot of you liked it. Thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, but definitely let me know your opinion. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, shout out to the brothers. You guys are the real one.